there, my name's Kevin and welcome to the Electric Knight Workshop. We're going to be doing a bunch of model building here where I show off the projects that I'm working on, and I figured today let's start things off with a bang. Oh boy. Alright, so first up we have the Knight of Gold, the base kit itself. This was made by Volks in 1992, 1/35th scale, and it is a very, very big box. Very huge kit, very heavy, so let's get inside and see what we got. Alright, so first up once we get inside, we have a couple brass rods that Volks was kind enough to include along with the tail weights. And then we are greeted by the instructions. Very nice looking, but simple. Also, there is some printouts from the seller from a magazine with the built kit. Also a sheet of decals I'm probably not going to use. And then we can start digging through the newspaper here. And a couple layers of bubble wrap. And we have our first parts. A couple small ones, although we have a nice big long, looks like tail stabilizer weight back of the head. Got pieces for the sides of the head, some arm detail parts. Nice casting detail even though it's from 1992. And we got a small bag with very tiny parts right here. Got the main hand frames right there, beautifully detailed, nice and big. There's a couple finger parts. The last of the finger parts. Again, nicely detailed. And a couple minifigures. This is Lady of Soap, aka Amaterasu, in disguise. And we got his bride Lachesis right there, the Fatima for the Knight of Gold. Very nice. Moving on, we got our couple of parts that are on runners. Very, very big runners, heavy runners. Looks like arm parts, ankle parts, knee parts, some inappropriate sword-looking parts. And the second runner, if I can get a hold of it here, looks like some chest parts, toe parts, ankle parts. Looks like the faces are in there too. Or no, mistaken. Looks like some hip parts right there. Going further down, we're going into the arm parts. The upper arms and the shoulders are one nice big piece. Very nicely detailed. Labeled left and right. Same deal with the right. Nice and sharp. And the shoulders themselves. Exquisitely detailed. Got the Mirage Cross and some leaf details, and the relief is completely fully molded, just like Mamoru Nagano's painting. Very, very beautiful. Can't wait to hand paint that. Even some nice detail on the back. Got the forearm armor right there. Nice detail on the back side as well. Other side of the forearms. Wrist guards too. Get the rest of these pieces out of the way here, since they're all the same, just different sides. Next layer, we got body parts. The body block is one huge solid chunk of resin. Absolutely phenomenal detail here. There'll be some parts that are going to need scribed out, but it's very nice and hefty. And there's a fully molded headliner cockpit right in there. That'll be fun to paint too. Next we got the chest. Another nice big huge block of resin. That'll sit right on top of that little torso piece there. Nothing really on the underside, but should still be fun to paint. Nice armpit detail. Backside looks nice too. Very nice. Up next we got the side skirts, molded in one big piece. Some detail on the inside there. A lot of detail on the underside waiting to be painted. Should be fun. And the rear skirts themselves, one nice big chunk of resin. Again, nice detail on the back that you'll be able to see from the front. Love it. Get that out of the way. And we got, looks like a rear weight that mounts on the butt in place of the buster launcher. This will be removed when we put that buster launcher on. There's the front cod piece. Nice big square. Even got a little bit of detail inside there, which is very nice. And finally, we got the face. A lot of inner detail underneath there. Even got a face itself on the inside. A lot of mechanical detail. Even like the spine and the back. And even got a little Fatima cockpit there, nicely molded. If I can get it to focus. Nice little screen up front. A lot of detail waiting to be brought out and painted there. There we go. Very nice. Very nice. And finally, we got the head itself. Nice big hefty chunk of resin. More exquisite detail on the front there. Nice shape. Looks like it follows the manga art pretty closely, and there's a ton of detail on the top of the head like there usually is on the Knights of Gold. Some of these details look a little on the shallow side, so I'll need to scribe those out, but overall it's a very nice piece there, especially for how old it is. Alright, moving on to the final layer. And dig through this bubble wrap here. There we go, we got the leg parts. Lower leg. Nice big chunky part again. Nicely detailed. Got the S-Laser engine covers on the back. Marked left and right. There's some pinholes on the resin, but I can fill those in pretty easy, no doubt. Nice pin markings there, make it easy to drill and line things up. Some nice surface detail. And the little striping there, you might be able to see some faint female figures in there. Kind of a motif on Mirage type mortar heads. Got the upper legs. Nice big blocks that mount to the hips. Got more of that nice feminine sculpture detailing. Nice knee joint detail. A lot of nice vent details there. Again, looks like there's some little pinholes there that'll need filled in. Nothing too major though, especially considering the age. But again, very nice. Cool. The ankle guards are mostly one piece. Nice detail on the inside. There's a little detail there that might need scribed out. Nothing too major though. And Moving on to the foot itself. Again, one nice big block, wrapped in bubble wrap to protect that point. Beautiful detail on the underside. Probably going to need to scribe a couple parts here and there, but everything's really nice and sharp. Get the last of this stuff out of the way here. See if I forgot anything. Oh, yep, there is the back of the skirt. As is common on this kit, nice, big, and chunky. And get that out of the way. And finally, we got the sword hilts. A lot of surface detail on this compared to some other Knight of Gold kits I've seen and built. Again, should be very fun to paint. And that's it. Looks like I've reached the end. Alright, the final piece of the set is the Buster Launcher. Let's dig inside and see what waits in here. Alright, getting inside the box here. Got some springs that are used for tubing. Again, some brass rods. Layers of newspaper. Dig on down. And there we got our parts. Far less than the Knight of Gold kit itself, but again, very, very big parts. As you can see here, this is one of the main body pieces. Chock full of detail, nice big huge block of resin. Very heavy. Looks like some staining. I don't know if that's from mold release or something to do with how the resin was molded, but see if we can clean that up once we wash it. Get an idea of how tall it's going to be. That's just one of the main body parts. Moving on, we got the next section. This is like the rear of the Buster Launcher itself. More of that weird staining. I don't know what that is. Some nice mechanical detail underneath. You can even see some little wires running through. Very nice. Got a couple bags of small parts. Let's off to the side for now there. Got our final bag of bigger parts here. Looks like this is the main generator for the Buster Launcher. Some mount points, a lot of vent detail there. Nice and sharp. Some nice hose detail there. Looks like we got some pinholes that'll need filled in. Fun. Nicely detailed overall though. Some more staining. And we got the main barrel parts right here. There's 3 of them. We stacked one on top of the other. The medium barrel has some very, very nice detail on it. Might need some scribing, but very nice. And the small barrel itself. Nice. Alright, moving on to this first small bag of parts. Got a little fin piece that mounts to the main body. Some sort of deflector or something like that. Got one of the drum pieces. It's going to mount to the generator. Nice detail. It's like a small mount piece. Got some tubing, another small mount piece. Some nice detail. Got the trigger, some fins that go on the barrel. Looks like we got a handle there. Looking Looking at it and feeling it, feels kind of warped. Yeah, that'll need straightened out. Nothing we can't fix though. Got another main block piece there. Looks like a couple latch mount pieces there. And moving on to the second small bag of parts. Looks like we got the end of the main body, another small handle and some pipes. There's a couple small bits there, one or the other that you use. Got the other drum piece that mounts on the generator. There's the final drum piece. It all mounts together. There's a big hole there that I'm going to need to fill in just for support. Should be fun. Nice detail otherwise though. Got one final small block piece. And finally we have the main butt mount. It's going to mount on the back of the rear skirt. Nice big block. Some good detail. Alright, and that's it. Alright, so as you can see, these are some pretty big projects. I figured they'd be a good start for the channel though, especially with the whole 5-star stories theme. So figured what better way to get this started. This is going to be a pretty long series of projects, so I hope you'll stay tuned for the next part where we're going to be looking at the parts and getting them ready for cleaning and test fitting. We'll see you next time.